Welcome to the channel. My name is Reny, a pagan from the beautiful country of Holland. In Holland we're known for three things: legalized weed, prostitution, and the fact that it continuously rains. So I am in fact doing this video in the rain because it hasn't stopped raining here for about 23 days. Enough with the complaining. I want to start with a topic that's very interesting and very invigorating and exciting. I want to talk about our sacred symbols. I want to talk about a problem that every pagan, every heathen has had at least one time. Maybe you have a tattoo of a volgende on your bicep, just like me. Maybe you have a tattoo of the misuse on your back. Maybe you wear the hammer, the Mjolnir, proud on your chest. Maybe you have runes on your lower arm as a tattoo. Every heathen has experienced at least once that somebody came up to them and taught them and talked to them and said, "Hey, that symbol in your arm, isn't that really racist?" Now, if that happens, you should be very glad and very happy. Because why? These people, they take the time to connect with you. Because for every person that just comes out and says it, I bet there are also a lot of people who just look at you in the gym while you're dressing yourself and go like, he's got a tattoo with runes. That guy's a fucking racist. And they don't even talk to you about it. So be glad when they talk to you about it. That's the first lesson. So I want to talk about our symbols, how they got this stigma of being racist, and what we can do to reclaim our sacred symbols. Now, isn't that an exciting subject while I'm drowning in the rain? Shout out first to Blair Anne Mcleod. I'll link her Instagram profile in the description, because I knew I had to talk about this subject for a long time, but I didn't know how to approach this. And she did a post on Instagram, and that felt for me like a kick in the nuts. Blair kicked me in the nuts. And after that kick, I knew I had to make this video. I didn't know how to talk to you about this subject, but like that post of her helped. She's really good with bind runes, by the way. This lady, she understands the tone, the frequency, and the energy of each rune, and she puts them together in bind runes, where every tone creates this beautiful symphony together. But it's not a symphony you can hear; it's a symphony you can see with your eyes and feel with your heart. So check out her profile. I highly recommend it. First off, how do we end up here? How did things like Thor's hammer? How did everything? My mic's falling off. Loki, you little shit. I know it was you. How did we end up that all our symbols are racist? They have this connection with Nazis and our sacred symbols. Were the Nazis pagans? No. Well, were the Germans pagans at that time? No. But there were some pagan aspects to the Third Reich. That's a difficult subject to talk about, but we have to talk about it if we want to understand how people got to the fact that they associate runes and all that, or symbols, with racism. Because their shock troops, the Waffen SS, their logo was 2 runes, 2 times Sowilo. And it wasn't that the SS was all occult. It wasn't that the whole party was occult. It wasn't that all the soldiers was occult. It wasn't even that the SS was occult, but there were some people within the SS high-ranking officers that were really into occult, that were really into runes. And that's why they incorporated it into, their strategy. Personally, I think one of the reasons that Hitler lost the war is because he abused the runes. Because if you want to abuse the runes and use the runes to tap into the collective subconscious of a country, get that country behind you, and use that country to decimate an entire continent and start a genocide, you can. But you're not using the runes, you're misusing the runes. And, things won't end well for you. Let's just say that. That's one of the reasons he lost the war. I think the other reason he lost the war is because he had daily cocktails injected to his body with vitamins, cocaine, amphetamines, and look it up. It's crazy. I mean, he was already crazy when he started the war. I mean, when you inject me with cocaine and amphetamines on a daily basis, I can't even win a soccer match, let alone a world war. But I'm getting sidetracked on here. Nazis and runes and sacred symbols, It was high up the SS chain ladder. I believe even the head of the SF, which I forgot his name, Look it up. The head of the SS from 1936 to the end, 45. He actually had multiple excursions done in Europe, in Asia, in North Africa. He wanted to gain all the knowledge he could about lightning, hammers in a mythological sense, because what he wanted to do and what he attempted to do, and this is actually an historical fact, as late as 1944, the head of the SS gave the command that all the knowledge and all the parts that he gathered over the past couple of years should be put together and they should assemble Thor's hammer. Yes, they were looking for something that could turn the tide of the war, and they were actually trying to reconstruct Thor's hammer as a mythological weapon to defeat the Allied forces. Now, you could say, well, they must be borderline psychotic at that point, which they might have been. They might have eaten too much panza chocolate. But they were into that sort of shit because that's what made the connection, you know, Germany, runes, and Nazis. And this was perpetuated by Hollywood music, Hollywood, not music, movies. Like Indiana Jones, there's this Nazi who's looking for occult shit to get like more power to, you know. So it's just perpetuated. So it kind of like stuck, right? So that's why people have this connection when they see the runes. And to be perfectly honest, sometimes it is still used by racists, which is a shame. But in my experience, it's a very, 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 very small minority that uses those symbols. Now, what can we do? Well, the title says it's time to reclaim our symbols. So should we like go like, well, you know, this hammer, you know, it might offend people. So, you know, I'll just be a nice guy and not talk about it anymore. Should we do that? Probably not. What we should do, in my opinion, is make these symbols as visible as you can. Because when people have the association that they're racist in your mind, and when like normal people like you and me, because I'm assuming that you are normal like me, or you're not normal like me, but you get the point, non-racist people, if they see that non-racist people use it, they might kind of alter their way of thinking, go like, oh, maybe it's not all bad. And if we stop using them, that means the only one using them are the fucking racist. So honor your symbols and show your symbols. It's important. And it doesn't also mean that you have to jump through hoops all day to show everybody, oh, I'm not racist, you know, but, you know, if you're not racist, you're not racist. It will, it will shine through, believe me. So it's important. Our symbols are important, and it's important to wear them. It's important to show them, and it's important to honor them. And it's also important that people know that these things are real and they exist. And I want to spend some time to talk about the most damaged of all symbols. Because this is a difficult one. I'm going to need some help with this one. The swastika. You know? Thor's hammer in a circle. That was like symbol of the Nazi party. And you can't do anything with that because then like people will know you're racist. But here's the thing, if we don't do anything, you know, this symbol is thousands of years old. And if you don't honor that, that means that that symbol, that ancient symbol, will die in the bunker in Berlin with Hitler. Do we want that? No. How can we resurrect that? How can we honor that? How can we reclaim that symbol? Because it's more easy to reclaim the Valknoot or Otala because it hasn't been tainted as much. But if you feel and if you go to that symbol of the swastika, it's just like broken and shattered, and the energy is just, I don't know how to fix that. Should we like paint rainbow colors on the swastika? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. Should we call it an all-inclusive swastika? I don't know, but I think the swastika may be a bridge too far at this moment. But I want to put it out there that it's really time to reclaim our symbols, to honor our symbols. and to make sure that people know that it's just not ignorant, fat, retard, racists who use those symbols. It's actually just normal people like you and me who want to reconnect with our pagan past and honor our ancestors. Okay? So it's something that I can't do on my own. It's something that Blair Anne Mcleod can't do on her own. It's something we all have to chip in. So I hope you will do. En I'll see you all next week. Ga met de goden. En tot de volgende week.